Hello everyone, this is Dr. Jorge Velastegui, and this is going to be my video series on Powtoon. Powtoon is a great animation program. It can be a bit complex, so I've made a series of 4 videos to show you how best to use Powtoons to reach your goals. So you go to powtoon.com, and if this is your first time here, you need to sign up, and you can sign up through Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, or you can provide your first name, last name, and email address. I have already signed up, so I'll go ahead and log in here. Let me type in my login name, and let me type in my password. So once you log into Powtoon, you have 3 options. You can create a Powtoon from scratch, which I feel is the most challenging to do. You can build your story scene by scene, which is a more scaffolded approach to create a presentation, or you could customize a popular template. And that, I feel, is the easiest thing to do and makes things work really well. I want to talk briefly about the dashboard here on Powtoons. Really quick here, you could use the create feature to start creating your Powtoons. At the bottom here, you have the Powtoons that you've created. So here's the Powtoons I've made. And you have different options, whether you want to continue editing them, if you want to watch them, if you want to export them. I have exported this one, but if I want to re-export it, there's that option. The other thing I want to say, there's a lot of really cool tutorials that help you understand Powtoons. So if you look at step 1, step 2, step 3 over here on the right, if you click on these, you can have the option of seeing a short little tutorial that's like a minute or so long. So those are great resources as well. Okay, let's see. Let's go to I made this Powtoon from a presentation, from a template presentation. And let's see if we're going to edit it. And I just want to explain the different options and the different buttons on here. Like I said, the first time I used it, it was a bit overwhelming. I love how it says loading awesomeness right here. Okay, so Powtoons is somewhat similar to Google Slides. You could make it into a movie or a slideshow. I like to have it on movie just because it shows like as a cartoon. So over here you have your different slides. Right here you have your different transitions. And when you click on the transitions, you can make things, different options occur. And if you click on it, it's really cool right here that it basically shows you what's going to happen. Zoom in, zoom out, slice horizontal. And it's just a matter of clicking that and selecting the transition. And then you could also remove the transition. Another thing to know about options and scaffolding and help, if you click over here on the help button, 7 clicks tutorial is really good, and it walks you through the basic functions of Powtoons. But again, I'm giving you just the overall introduction to the basic buttons. Okay, so here's the title of your Powtoon. When you work on Powtoon, unlike Google Slides, which is saved frequently by itself, you want to click the Save button pretty regularly because you don't want to lose your project and a lot of work you've done. For example, I made a 1 or 2 minute Powtoon presentation, and I'd say for a minute Powtoon presentation, like a good one, it took me an hour to make that Powtoon presentation. So over here, this button will show you, with this button, you will play the entire presentation. Now, right now, we're just looking at slide 1. This is slide 1. And the most important thing to know is that there's 2 options. There's the option to look at it as a timeline. This is the timeline. And basically, right here, you have 2 options. You have the sound, and then you have music. And then right here, these things show you when things pop up. So really quick to explain how this works to you, this slide is going to play for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And at second 1, the character is going to pop in with his bubble. And at second 2, the text in the bubble is going to appear. And you can move this around and you can mess with it. Okay, but I think I'll go into more of that later. Again, I'm just explaining the basic features. And when you click off a timeline, this is the function you need to be on if you want to edit what's on the screen. So right now you have a bubble, you have an animated character, and you have text. If you click on those, you could add more or you could change them around, and that part's pretty straightforward. Okay, I want to talk about what's over here on the different features over here. And the first feature you have right here is called layouts. Now there's different layouts you could look at, and I have the cartoon look. And here's different, I like the whiteboard. I've used that before. Modern Edge is good, but you have different options you could use for your layout. And your layout, whatever, depending on the layout that you use, that gives you different options. The one thing I don't like about Powtoons is that some of the cooler features and more advanced features are on the paid subscription program. Now you get a lot of free features when you sign up for free, but some of the cooler, more advanced stuff, unfortunately, you do have to pay for. So once you pick your layouts, you can have different options here for the layout, and if you click on more, you see there's many features that you could do, different situations you could and more. You just have to explore these features. Okay, so that's layouts first. The second thing is backgrounds, and you could pick a color for your background. There's different paper options for the background. So when you click on more, you see more. Text, pretty straightforward. Oh, you got to put the timeline on to add the text. Okay, so there's different type of text. You want to add a title, subtitle text, bubbles, all these different options you could do with text. And it's just a matter of clicking in and they add in. Characters control the different types of people and figures you want in your presentation. And when you click on a person, it'll show the different emotions of that person that you can use. Objects include shapes, computers, hands. Well, if it says Pro, you can't use those. You have to buy those. Specials, graphs, sound. Now, when you look down here, this features a sound on and off, and this is the sound manager because you can add in music. You could also do a voiceover, so you could control how you want to put in the sound. The different options right here are actually really cool. You could do a professional voiceover where you type out the information and you pay someone with a really cool voice to narrate your project. I like using the voiceover per slide. That way you can just narrate what you need to say on each slide. And if you actually talk more or talk longer than the slide is allocated, it will give you more time. You could also do a voiceover track where you talk, where your speaking part conveys the entire presentation. And soundtrack is the backing music you want to put in. Images is cool. You could upload an image. You can make your image a background slide, or you can make an image short and put it in the slide. So that's cool. It gives you image search or My Images. You could put that in. So there's a lot of different options for different things to put in here. If you have a question, you can click down here. And over here, if you want to see what your project looks like, if you hit preview, you could see what how it looks. So I'm not going to play the whole thing for you. So you can see a preview if you want to see, as you're working, how everything's coming in. That's for the whole project. you could just click it on if you just want to see like one slide. Say you want to see this slide, just how it's going to look. You can put it over here and then hit play and see how that's going to look. And then once you're done with the project, and if you're a student, you want to share it with a teacher, or if you're a teacher, you want to share it with your staff or anybody, there's different export options. There's a wide variety of export options, and you can also have my Powtoons page. I like sharing it to YouTube, and that way I have a link to it. Okay, well, I believe that concludes my first video on Powtoons. That was basically an overview of the different features. And in my second video, I'm going to show you how to create a presentation from a template.